Hey guys, it's Tim the Vlog here with another unboxing video. This is a little bit of an unconventional unboxing video. What we have here is an item you can get pretty much in any hardware store. Well, I shouldn't say that. It is a little bit more rare than that, but it's an Earwolf podcast studio recording table. I just picked one up. I don't really like to support the Walmarts of the world, so I got it straight from the source. I went down to LA today and picked it up. So it's some assembly required, so I'm going to show you the assembly. But first, let's take a look at the package here. So we've got 3 legs. This one says Dragon Boy Suede. That is, of course, Howard Kramer's rap name. And then a 4th leg. I know at first you guys were probably like, what? But no, it's not a tripod. It is a 4-legged table. This one I've already pre-prepared some of the nuts that will seal it in. And then here, this is the underside of the table. We've got stuff like Engineer Brett Morris starred. Not really sure what that is. I did meet Brett today though. He's one of the manufacturers on this table, one of the factory workers. You can see this might be, sometimes factory workers like do a little something on the underside or the inside of a product to just keep sane in like the factory conditions. That's probably what he did there. Looks like we've got some legal stuff, furniture company, made in Vietnam. That might be a mistake because I did pick this up in LA at the factory, so maybe it's like the wood was cut down and sanded in Vietnam, and then they assembled and did the artwork on the table today. I'm not sure. Then got Mel Gibson. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that a little bit. It might be kind of hard to notice here, but the S on Gibson is actually a swastika. Or is that the other way around? I remember a swastika goes one way, and the other thing goes the other way. They mean different things. I assume that's meant to be a swastika. Probably a very cutting joke about how he doesn't like Jews. So, I'm going to go ahead and... I don't think I'll be able to hold the camera while putting one of the legs in. Oh, I'll try, and if it doesn't work, I'll just cut it off and then bring it back to you with one of the legs already on. So... see the joints here, pretty standard alpha joint. So the supports here, this is the table base. It's more than one piece of wood. I almost said it's one piece of wood, but it appears to be one piece of wood thick, so it's not laminated wood. It would be low quality plywood. You can see there in some of the holes. So that is solid wood. And then on this slab piece, you have this frame. There's a drawer mechanism up there. We'll see that later when we get it right side up if all the parts are here. And then this little doohickey, this alpha joint here, is a neat little way to let you have the legs in without having to screw in from the top, because that would kind of ruin the aesthetics of the table. So I'll show you how they work. So there's got 2, I guess there's 6 holes. I'm not sure why. I don't know. But you want to put the leg right on like that. And then line up these holes here. No jokes, guys. I got some salty viewers at home. Sailor talk. And then you want to take. So we've got for each of these 2 screws, we've got a nut and a clutch. So you want to put the clutch on first. That's good. Oh. Maybe not. That kind of fits right in the hole there. I might have screwed that up. Oh, you know what? I bet the washers are supposed to... There we go. So you've got bigger clutches here. I call them washers. I think in some circles they're called washers. So probably what you're meant to do is put the large clutch on, followed by the small clutch, which gives it more press. I'm guessing more press against the thing. The point of the clutches is that it spreads out the force of the nut holding it on, so it doesn't hurt the wood. There's less chance of splintering. So you want to hand tighten it, and then I'll do the other one here. Okay, you want to hand tighten it. And then I don't think I have anything that will fit that really well. I think probably my biggest one is too small. I'll just use the wrench here. Standard wrench, adjustable. You could use a non-adjustable wrench if you have the right size. I guess that's kind of obvious. And you want to tighten around it. So you want it's six-sided, so you got the flat sides, and you want to tighten around those opposite sides here. There we go. I was going the wrong way. So once you've got a nice tight grip, which okay, then you can just go ahead and tighten it up a little bit, one by one. Probably should do the bottom one entirely first because it's going to be difficult to get the wrench in there. But maybe I'll just leave that one hand tightened. I mean, we've got this one tightened. I'm not going to do anything too crazy with this table. Yeah, this is kind of that's a goner. For the next legs, I'll put this one on, hand tighten it, and then wrench tighten it before doing anything. Although, I don't know, this is still going to be here. Maybe that's impossible. Whatever. Just leave it hand tightened and this one wrench tightened. That's one of the legs. I'm going to go ahead and do the other three, and then I'll get right back to you. Alright, this is what it looks like with all four legs on while upside down. I'm going to flip it, and I'll get right back to you. One thing I did notice is this little doohickey. I think it's some pretty cool device here that if you pull the drawer out, see the drawer has a lip here. It's going to hit this plastic thing, so it won't slam open. It's got a little bit of give to it, so it'll... I'm guessing that's what it is. I'll test it out when it's right side up. So it'll just let it open nice and easy. It's pretty cool. Cool. Okay, it's right side up. I have the packing material still on here. It appears to be just a standard twin size cover sheet. I have one very similar. I'm going to try to pull it off, and you never want to expose the wood all at once. You never want to pull it off. You want to let the wood acclimate to the light. You want to pull it off bit by bit, and conveniently that makes for a good unboxing video because I'll show you bit by bit just what's on the table, pretty much. So first, a little peek. No jokes, guys. Yeah, some sick fans. So take a look at the corner here. Alyssa Caliendo, Paul F. Tompkins, 6/24/13 Comedy Bang Bang. You can probably look up which episode that was. Bunch of names here. Try to pick out some of the good ones. Rhetoric. HH. I would guess that's Hollywood Handbook, but 3/26/13 is before then. This is pretty funny here. It says W. So it's kind of like written out instead of the English letter W. There might be one down here I can show you. Actually, I don't see a W. I can show you. When I see a W, I'll point out why that's funny. So we'll expose a little bit more here. Paul F. Tompkins, Andy Daly, Pilot Podcast Project, I should say. 11/22/13. Oh, doesn't seem right. It debuted a lot more recently than that. Whatever. Some kind of a crossed out anime drawing here. A little Rebecca. She's small, maybe she can't hold a Sharpie. Don't write on furniture. Oh, cool. Sean Clements. I feel like I've heard that name before. I'll have to look up who that is. Okay. Nathan Fielder. He does a TV show called Nathan For You. He was on Comedy Bang Bang at one point. This one's kind of an inside joke, but I'll explain it. It says, I'm friends with Adam Pally, Lamorne, kind of. So, Lamorne Morris, the guy who wrote this, he does TV shows with Adam Pally. So they're friends, kind of, because you would say, they're work friends. So like you would say, oh, my coworker, we get along. We're not really friends, we want to hang outside of work. But you'd say, we're kind of friends, we're friendly. Nice big drawing here. I don't know what that is. Expose some more here. I'm on this side today, 4313. I don't know who wrote that. Eddie Pepitone. Now, I'm pretty sure he's not a small man, so I don't know why that's so small. Scott Aukerman, of course. WUHD. I don't know what that is. And then Keckner was first. So Keckner was an actor. It's funny. One of the few guys I do know here. Oh, and here's a little callback. Adam Pally. That name sound familiar? Guess what? That's what Lamore was talking about, was Adam Pally. So he wrote there. Lauren Lapkus. Paul F. Tompkins. Some garbage show I've never heard of. Gail Skidmore appeared to have drawn an owl. Oh wow, there's stuff on the front here. In continual becoming without being. Maybe that's a famous line, I don't know. And what suits in the drawer? Well, first, before we read anything, look at that, see? It has a nice open like that. Oh. Welcome to Matt Gorley's drawer. You have a wish and it will be granted. I wish for success and happiness for Agata. I feel like she's an Earwolf staff member. I think she comments on the forums. She does the Hollywood Handbook forums now, which is pretty funny, I guess. I don't know. It's not as funny as Chanson. That guy's like the best. He knows Nick Thune in real life. They grew up together. Yeah. Oh, Matt Gorley again. Work with him. Whatever. And then that's some name I can't read. Mae Whitman sat in this chair and was not funny. Kevin Pollak was here. Not a swastika. Kevin Pollak, you know. Natasha Lyonne loves Kevin Pollak. Cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to move to the other side of the table here. First off, let's open up some of this. Fat Ghost. It's kind of cool. Big bearded. I think it's Jesus. So it's a little less organized. It's more like just nonsense. Pistol McFly. A commentary on it's a guy in 4x3 being sidebarred in a 16:9 aspect ratio. It's very funny. You might not get it, but that's very funny. 2 characters, drugs. I'm guessing that's Bloods and Crips. I don't know. Let's expose a little bit more here. Jenny Slate. She cursed on SNL. That's what she's most known for. Shots Fired. It's a podcast. Nocturnal Emotions is also a podcast. I don't know what this stain is. It's a mistake. It's not. It kind of bothers me. Big Hand, Big Feet, Cal Chris. Nick Thune, Emily Gordon. This appears to be Garlic Man in a bubble. I don't know. Kind of selfish taking up this much space. Whoever did that, I'm guessing it was Melena. Paul and Lucia. Oh, Ron and Beverly. They're really funny. The one sounds just like my friend's mom. I'm from Boston. Sounds just like my friend's mom. Makes me laugh. Not the content, just the accent. See here, Barack Hussein Obama. Hussein's in quotes, and then it's getting hard to see Willard Mitt Romney and Jesse the President Ventura. That's cool. Sklar Brother cartoon. Can't read that, it's garbage. Cool stuff. We'll finish off here. Oh, Harmar made a wine stain. Okay. I like that he at least referenced it. I mean, whoever did this didn't even say what it was, so. I mean, it's still bad, and I still am mad about that, but at least he took credit for it. I've never been in this room. Andy Daly. I don't think that's true, because Paul F. Tompkins disagrees with you. Han shot first. Sean. I'm not sure which Sean that is. It might be the same Sean as before. I'm guessing that's Eugene Merman? I don't know. Looks like a Eugene and then an M and there's an I somewhere in there. Dragon Boy Suede, Tears on My Shaft. That's a song he did. And another Sean. Kind of hard to see. Murray Old 97s was crammed in here. Oh, that's very recent. From a very recent episode of. Oh. Yeah, that was Comedy Bang Bang, I think. Not Andy Daly. Yeah. It's cool. Oh, nothing on here. Oh. Jerry Duggan. Cool. So that's what it looks like. Let me get you a wide angle here. Pretty cool. So yeah, I recommend picking one up.